Welcome to Badminton Unlimited, your weekly access to badminton and beyond. This week we chat with Korean women's singles shuttler Sung Ji Hyun, who tells us how she bounced back from her disappointing campaign at the Rio 2016 Olympics. And we're in Bangkok to soak in the atmosphere at the Princess Sirivannavari Thailand Masters. With the 2017 season well underway, badminton's elite have braced themselves for the challenges ahead. The chase for top honours and ranking points is picking up as shuttlers battle to be the very best. Our cameras were in Seoul recently to find out how some of their finest are shaping up, and we sat down with Korea's women's singles ace, Sung Ji Hyun. The world number 3 is raring to go after a well-deserved break, and she aims to put last year's Rio Olympics setback firmly behind her.
일단은 2016년은 아무래도 이제 올림픽이 있던
The biggest highlight of 2016 was the Olympic Games, but unfortunately, I was unable to achieve the goals I had set for myself. But even with the disappointment, I also believe 2016 was a year in which I learned a lot and gained a lot of experience. I enjoyed the time off given to me after the Olympics, and I went on a family trip for the first time. My younger brother had a break from his national service, so it was great he was able to join the family trip as well.
마침 휴가가 이제 잘 날짜가 맞아서 그렇게 해서 이제 가족 여행을 갔다 왔어요.
Judging by the lively displays we've witnessed of Song on the training courts, it seems the frustrating experience at last year's Summer Games has made the Korean hungrier than ever. The 25-year-old had toiled hard preparing for the Rio Olympics, but those efforts had failed to translate into the success she craved so much.
아무래도 이제 올림픽이 제일 기억에 남는 것 같아요.
What I remember most about 2016 was the experience I had at the Olympic Games. Even now, I can recall my match against Carolina Marin in the quarterfinals in which I lost the match. I tried my best to perform well and get good results by training as hard as I could. However, I wasn't able to display my true abilities to reflect the amount of effort I had put in.
그게 제일 좀 아쉬운 것 같아요.
Post-Rio, the Korean shuttler didn't want to dwell on her Olympic misadventure and was determined to finish the year strongly. Song clinched the runner-up spot at the Victor Korea Open, reached the top 4 in France and China, secured the crown at the Jeju Victor 2016 Korea Masters Championships, and finished the year with another runner-up berth at the Dubai World Superseries finals. Her positive performances in the post-Olympic season made up for the disappointment in Rio as Song climbed into the top 3 of the BWF World Rankings.
일단은 올림픽 때
I was expected to win a medal at the Olympic Games, so I was under a lot of pressure, and it became a heavy burden. After the Olympics, I was able to play much better in tournaments, and it showed in my results. This is largely because I wasn't carrying any weight of expectations. I think I performed better when there's no unnecessary pressure.
편하게 가지면 잘 될 것 같아요.
But the Korean accepts that pressure comes with the territory for top players, especially with women's singles being in its most competitive phase. And Song is aware that the format has become an even playing field.
지금 일단 여자 단식에서는 이제 원래 마린 선수가
Dai Tuing from Chinese Taipei rose to number 1 in the women's singles world rankings, and she replaced Carolina Marin from Spain. In recent years, players from China and Korea are caught in the middle of a generational shift, and with this situation, I think it has made the women's singles category even more challenging and competitive. At the moment, many players are able to compete for top honors. I feel much the same as the others in the top of the world rankings. To maintain an elite ranking isn't easy, and the pressure on me is high. All the top 10 players are sure to experience this as well.
있는 부분들 같은 랭커들은 좀 이제
Aiding Sung's cause to stay on top of her game is Jihyun. The former Korean women's singles star joined the national coaching team for her second spell and Sung is delighted to have her back on board.
일단은 김지현 코치님 원래 이제 4년 전에도
4 years ago, I received training from Coach Kim Jihyun. Now she's back in the national team after 4 years of being away. With the relationship we've had before, I think we know each other pretty well. Coach Kim is familiar with the weaknesses in my game, and she has identified some of the areas I can develop further. But we have only started training sessions together, so it's still early days. I believe it will only be a matter of time before we will be able to fully adjust ourselves and adapt to each other's style.
어떻게 해서든 잘 맞춰 나갈 수 있을 것 같아요.
In the meantime, the hunt for distinction stays firm for Sung as she continues her pursuit of the highest honours in international badminton. And with a number of her young compatriots coming through from the junior ranks, Sung is relishing a more competitive training environment.
일단은 스스로한테 이제
I keep myself motivated as there are junior players who are getting better every day. I feel it's important that I use this as an incentive to spur me on to train harder and keep improving. I don't want to be upstaged by these younger players. With regards to international tournaments, I guess my biggest ambition is to maintain my world ranking in the top 5. This will feed my motivation a lot. As far as my career goes, I would like to win medals at the big international multi-sporting events like the Asian Games or the Olympics. This is important as I haven't managed to win one at either the Asian Games or the Olympics.
하는 동안 내 목표가 될 것 같아요.
If there's one quality that binds top athletes, it would be the drive to keep on going until they succeed. Korea's Sung Ji Hyun exemplifies this determination, and she'll be hoping her hard work will reap rewards soon. Time to test your badminton knowledge. In this week's trivia, we want you to name the first home player to win the Hong Kong Open men's singles title. We'll give you the answer after the break. When we return, we're in Bangkok to find out why the Princess Sirivannavari Thailand Masters is a favourite with players and fans. With digital innovations, shuttle time is now more fun, engaging and accessible than ever. So get connected to BWF's Badminton Schools program. Find out more about BWF's grassroots initiatives on these platforms. Download the app, visit the website, and get active on Facebook. Your gateway to shuttle time has never been so easy. Before the break, we asked you to name the first home player to win the Hong Kong Open men's singles title. The answer is Eun Ka-long. The 22-year-old etched his name in the history books last year after he became the first men's singles player from Hong Kong to clinch the solo title at his home event. A World Junior men's doubles champion in 2012, Eun made the switch to the singles format in 2013, and it was a change that paid off handsomely. In 2014, the Hong Konger claimed his first title at the China International Challenge and grabbed the Bitburger Open title the following year. Last year saw Eun capture his first World Superseries crown at the Yonex Sunrise Hong Kong Open, and he kicked off his 2017 season winning the Victor Far East Malaysia Masters. Badminton is a popular sport in Thailand and one that is supported by the royal family. It was one of the favourite sports of the late King Bhumibol Adulyadej, whose contributions to badminton saw him honoured with the prestigious BWF President's Medal in 2012. And his passion for sports is one of the legacies of his reign.
In the heart of the Thai people, the late king that wanted to support badminton for many, many years. I think more than 50, 60 years. That touch of the heart of the Thai people who want to play badminton. It's always love badminton and the King's support to be what Badminton of Thailand today. Without the King's support, I don't think they can achieve this far. And to go up another level, I think now it's our job to promote for the Thai people to come to watch badminton as a professional sport.
The capital city of Bangkok hosts the Princess Sirivannavari Thailand Masters, named after the late king's granddaughter, who was formerly a badminton international.
We started this last year, Princess Sirivannavari Thailand Masters, to honor Princess, which is contribute to Thailand badminton for many years. She was a player, and she was in the national team, and she won a medal of the SEA Games for Thailand. That's one of the main reasons. We only have a SCG Thailand Open for the last 30 years, and we run that as a Grand Prix Gold just once a year. But this one last year will become 2 GP Gold for Thailand.
Princess Sirivannavari Nariratana was an accomplished badminton player. In 2005, the Thai royal carried her nation's colours at the 23rd Southeast Asian Games and helped Thailand clinch gold in the team event. With her love and passion for the sport, it was fitting that her name was chosen for Thailand's second Grand Prix Gold event.
We talk about it. I said that Thailand deserves another Grand Prix Gold. Just a Thailand Open is not enough. So I came up, we discussed with the president, Jihyun, should we have another event? And what should we do with this event as a Grand Prix Gold? Hey, why not? Princess Sirivannavari, she's been supporting art, patronage, and sports person, badminton team seemed to fit. That's why she went there and proposed to her to use her name as an event.
Players always welcome a new challenge in the international circuit. Since its inauguration in 2016, the Princess Sirivannavari Thailand Masters has been regarded as one of the top-level tournaments to contest in, especially for local shuttlers.
This is a world-class event held in Thailand. I think the top athletes who compete in this tournament will give us a chance to see their world-class standard and enhance our experience. For this tournament, it is very important for Thai players to do well because it is held in our country. I would like to win the championship as a gift for my people.
And Thai players stepped up to the challenge at the Grand Prix Gold tournament. Thailand were well represented on finals day, with home players in action in 4 disciplines. Busanan Ongbangrumpan sent local fans into a frenzy when she clinched the women's singles crown. Although Thai players finished runners-up in men's singles, women's doubles and mixed doubles, the crowd was thoroughly entertained and impressed with their fighting spirit.
Everybody really takes this tournament seriously. I think every Thai player, whatever club they are in, they are serious about competing in this tournament and performing the best they can.
With Thailand staging 2 Grand Prix Gold events, organisers hope that one of them can be upgraded to an elite-level World Superseries tournament.
One of my dreams is bring Super Series to Thailand. I like to have a full house, and definitely either this one or Thailand Open becomes Super Series Premier. And I want to see if we did full house, top players here. I think that's probably what I like to see.
In a country where badminton is close to people's hearts, Badminton Association of Thailand hope their home events will drive the discovery of new prodigies. And a World Super Series event held in the Land of Smiles will certainly help Thai badminton go from strength to strength. After the break, we're in Malaysia to put the spotlight on Muar Badminton Club as we learn about the rise of the club scene in the country. Get connected with us on social media. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook and tell us what you think of the latest news. Or perhaps you just want to leave an encouraging post for your favorite player on Facebook. If you've got any comments or photos, share them with us on these social media platforms.
Sebelum kita berangkat itu kan kita ada ke Kudus. Itu kan
Before the Olympics, we trained in Kudus. It was a special training as it was set up as if we were in a competition. We were in a controlled environment. Everything from meals to accommodation, it was planned to simulate being at a tournament. Then we left for Sao Paulo. That was to help us shake off the jet lag, get used to the weather, and fine-tune our preparations before heading to Rio. It was vital for our focus and unity. If we had stayed in Indonesia, our thoughts would wander all over. But in Brazil, we were always doing things together. At home, we would have been inclined to do our own things. It definitely helped our teamwork.
Menambah kekompakan kita lah waktu kita TC itu.
Di Kudus kita juga banyak.
We gained a lot of experience in Kudus. A number of legends came to talk to us, like mixed doubles great Minati Timur. The encouraging words fueled our determination to win in Rio.
Lagi untuk motivasi untuk menang di Rio.
Ya, memang jujur kalau setelah selesai dari semifinal itu.
To be really honest, we were favorites after the semi-final. Looking at our record against Chan and Go in previous meetings, we were leading 6-1. We were supposedly stronger on paper. But this is the Olympic final. They've shown they can be the best by making it this far. Maybe they will be more prepared on the day, so anything can happen.
Mereka juga lebih enjoy, itu kan bisa terjadi.
Waktu final saya belum memikirkan apa-apa. Justru saya waktu itu malah.
I haven't thought of anything yet. I was just running through in my head of how I was going to play the next day. I never once thought I was going to get the gold. There was a lot going on my mind, but I never believed that the victory was already ours. Even if everyone was saying we had a great chance, I really couldn't care.
Liliana ini punya kans lebih besar ini untuk menang, tapi saya nggak ada berpikir seperti itu.
Keberhasilan saya dan Tontowi ini pasti ada ikut campur tangan dari.
Our success has been made possible by a lot of people. Be it the Indonesian public with their prayers, PBSI, our families who were always supporting us, our sponsors Victor, our club PB Jarum, and our coaches, all of them were responsible for our achievement. We didn't do it by ourselves. It was a collective effort from everyone in Indonesia. I haven't had any thoughts about whether to keep on playing or not. What's important is whether my commitment and motivation are still there. After winning the Olympics and at my age, it's not about being satisfied, but I've achieved my target. So for now, I haven't decided anything yet for the future.
Saya belum putuskan itulah, ke depannya saya bakal lanjut main lagi atau berhenti gitu.
The Malaysia Purple League has provided the ideal platform for local shuttlers to gain valuable international exposure in a home setting. Since the establishment of the league in 2014, the club scene has flourished in Malaysia, and it continues to thrive as the country's Premier League grows in stature and popularity. Kuala Lumpur side Petaling Jaya Badminton Club were recently crowned champions, taking the crown away from Muar City Badminton Club, which triumphed in the first two seasons. The Johor-based Muar City BC has since become defunct, and in its place this season was the newly formed Muar Badminton Club. With the team made up mostly of players who lifted the Purple League title the last two seasons with Muar City BC, fans were left slightly confused about the new outfit.
It's a completely different setup. It's easy to mistake them to be the same entity because we're riding currently with the same sponsors. Muar City BC was sponsored mainly by Apex, and we are sponsored by Apex. And the fact that we are being sponsored by Apex also made us get similar Apex sponsored players for this team. So it's easy to to confuse that part of it. But in actual fact, Muar BC and Muar City BC is a completely different setup.
Having a wide network of local and international players to tap into through sports equipment company APAC Sports, Muar BC believed they had what it took to do well in the Purple League.
When we had discussed the formation of Muar BC, we went through a lot of details on the future plans, on what's going to be the direction of it. And if I want to summarize that in one word, it will be a decentralized format. We're not looking at what many other clubs are doing, where they form an academy, everything is in-house, the player trains there, lives there, plays for them. But what we are doing is we are reaching out to more clubs and academies all over the world that are mainly sponsored right now, mainly sponsored by Apex. So we're opening the doors for them to represent Muar BC in Purple League to start with. We're reaching out for academies and clubs that are mainly Apex sponsored one. They're going to be given the first choice. And then through that, we do the selection process, we do the scouting, we find the right players for the right event and make up a team for each season.
And Muar BC shone in their first season. The Johor side topped the standings in Stage 1 of the Purple League, in which clubs battled to finish in the top 6 to advance to the knockout rounds of the Champions Challenge Finals.
We were focused on making sure that we get to the top 6. But every match, in every tie, was a process that we undertook. We made sure that we looked at everything that we needed to do to make the team work better as one unit. How is it that we had players from Korea, Japan, Malaysia, China, Indonesia? How is it that we're going to make them all work as one team for one common cause? And that was the process we undertook each time. And since we focused so much on the process, it just got better. We didn't start off Stage 1 really well. We lost to Bandar Utama, we lost to Ampang Jaya, but the team just got better each time. So that was the main reason, and that's exactly how we topped the table.
I'm happy because we have a fighting spirit. Our spirit is the best. They are very, very close, and then we get teamwork together.
Having impressed in Stage 1 of competition, Muar BC were one of the favourites heading into the finals held in Genting Highlands. And although it's the club's first attempt at the title, many from the Johor region regarded it as a chance to bring home the Purple League crown for the third time.
We constantly remind ourselves that we are Muar BC, not Muar City BC, but then representing the same region in the country does get to you. It's easy for the pressure to get to you, but then we're focusing on the process. Everything is on the process and not in the outcome. We're always going to go out there, do our best, and if that brings the title home, then let it bring.
The Johor State's third Purple League title would have to wait, as Muar BC finished third after losing out to Puchong United in the semi-finals. The club is looking to strengthen and has plans to participate in other league competitions.
We're looking much beyond Purple League, because a lot of the players that are playing for Muar BC, at the same time sponsored by Apex, they are also playing in international circuits. And we're also sending in teams for invitational tournaments such as the Indonesian League. There's a lot of invitational events, league formats that are happening all over the world. It's gaining a lot of popularity, and Apex is looking forward to sending one team for all of it, which will be the Muar BC team.
The third season of the Purple League might have come to a close, but there's no doubt that clubs such as Muar BC are already building their assets for the next installment of the country's top badminton league. Before we go, let's take a quick look at how the international circuit is shaping up with the Badminton Unlimited calendar. Next week, we turn the spotlight on Bodin Nisara and Nipipon Pongpapet as Thailand's top men's doubles players tell us about their quest for a World Super Series title. See you next week.